What's up, guys? I'm Steven.
And I'm Kylie, and a few weeks ago, we published a video about a few potentially problematic Airbnb settings, and you asked some important follow-up questions in the comment section that we wanted to address in more detail.
We also published a video about our underperforming Scottsdale rental property, and we asked for your advice, and we got a lot of it and some great perspectives that we'll kind of respond to today.
And thank you for all of those different perspectives. There were a few comments that really got us thinking about not just whether or not we should sell or keep the property, but some other potential exit strategies like sub 2.
I haven't even considered it.
So we decided we'd round up a few of our favorite questions and answer those more in depth today. We'll start with this one.
From Gail, she wrote, management fee is not an option if we don't have a pro account. Any other advice on this?
Yeah, so there's two answers here. The first would be adding the cleaning fee into your nightly rate and then doing a tiered discount system for longer stays.
So your nightly rate would include that cleaning fee, but then you're adding a small discount for a 2-night stay, a little bit larger discount for a 3-night stay, and so on, so that your cleaning fee is ultimately getting stretched out over those multiple night bookings.
We've dabbled with this strategy in the past, and then we've since switched to the management fee scheme because we can. But there are other creators on YouTube that go into super depth on this technique. If you're interested, you could find those. One thing to keep in mind here, and this goes with any sort of $0 cleaning fee scheme, is that your nightly rates probably are going to appear inflated when Airbnb's algorithm classifies your property and compares you against comparable listings. So keep that in mind. If it's not working, that could be a reason.
In tandem to that, maybe it's time that we all band together and tell Airbnb to stop making us the bad guys when it comes to cleaning fees and just integrate the cleaning fees, kind of like the management fee model, across the board for everybody. I'm not holding my breath on this because they don't always respond, but it's worth a shot.
Fight, 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 fight.
In an ideal world, we could set a cleaning fee behind the scenes, and then it gets displayed seamlessly to the guest like the management fee scheme that we described, and the guest just sees the total price. There would be no more toggle button for this display total price or not. Just display the total price and let guests make comparison that way.
And that really is the most important part, is this level playing field. Because even the management fee strategy isn't a perfect option because, like what Steven was saying, our rates do appear a bit inflated versus comparable ones that have a line itemed cleaning fee, at least on the search page.
We posted a similar sentiment to this on Threads on Instagram today, and we tagged Airbnb.
So if you want to join in on this discussion, hopefully discussion with Airbnb, then you can find us on Threads and Instagram at Kylie and Steven. There you can add your comment, share it on your own social channels, and make sure to tag Airbnb as well.
Maybe we can start a revolution, guys.
We want to make some changes.
Okay, so the next question was on our video about whether or not we should sell our Scottsdale property.
There are a lot of opinions, some really strong and detailed opinions, and we really appreciate you guys for sharing those. It's really cool to hear everyone's feedback.
But there was one comment in particular that we wanted to share because it was a concern of ours as well until we started to think about it deeper.
So this comment wasn't directly made towards us. It was actually a reply to someone else's comment saying that we should sell the property. But what they said is, ever heard of capital gains tax?
To which we replied, yes, which is why 1031 would be our primary plan to kick that gain down the road, or we cash out and offset the gain with other tax strategies like a cost seg on one of our other properties.
And here's some more detail on what we mean by that. If we did sell the property, our primary next step would be to pursue a 1031 exchange into the purchase of a new property. This doesn't eliminate capital gains. It kind of kicks the can down the road. You can do it in perpetuity if you keep doing 1031 exchanges, but that is a scheme that the IRS allows.
The second route that we could take would be to sell, take that capital gains hit, but also offset that with some other tax strategies. We are not tax professionals, so anything that we share on this channel is always for informational purposes only and not tax advice. But some tax strategy options would be something that we'd want to chat with our CPA about and see what we can do.
One idea is that we could do a cost segregation study with one of our other rental properties. These cost seg studies, if they're done right, can really save you thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars on your taxes through a process of bonus depreciation.
I'll do your taxes.
We've been using other tax strategy options over the past few years, so we actually haven't had a need to do a cost seg on any of our properties yet. So we have a couple that we can choose from. So doing one or multiple cost segs could be an option for us to offset that potential capital gains hit.
We could also do another large work vehicle purchase. We did that in 2022 with our Rivian R1T, and because of the gross vehicle weight and it being a primary work vehicle, we're able to depreciate the full cost of the vehicle in that tax year, which amounted to a big tax savings.
A 1031 exchange to defer the gain could be an option. Doing a cost segregation study or other tax strategies could be an option as well. We'd have to talk to our CPA and figure out what makes the most sense for us.
The main answer, though, is we do not want to pay the capital gains tax, so try and avoid that.
Now that's capitalism.
Also on that video about our Scottsdale house, we got this question: how do you manage working as a couple? Issues or advantages?
We do like working together. It's real. We like it.
We're still married.
Yeah, maybe it's not for everyone, but it worked well for us. I think both of our strengths and weaknesses sort of balance on each other, and that relationship really works.
And I think it's important to mention that we don't spend like every waking minute of every day together. We have a shared office, but I pretty much only sit down at that station like once a month when I have to do bookkeeping and I want a bigger monitor.
Yeah, I'm out of the house quite a bit doing maintenance or refurb or setup items, whatever it is, I'm out. But if I am in the office, I usually kind of have it to myself and can work quietly.
I usually like to work on the couch with my laptop.
It's my favorite couch.
I really like that we are able to sort of bounce ideas off of each other and work together when it comes to a tricky guest, both from like a venting standpoint, so we're able to commiserate a little bit, but also from a strategy standpoint and figuring out like what's the best way to handle this crazy person. How should we respond?
There are times that come up where we don't agree on how to handle a situation, but those are fairly rare, maybe once or twice a year. Important thing is that we are very aligned on how we want to operate our business, how we want to handle hospitality, and so most things just fall into place.
Probably the hardest thing about working with your spouse, it's hard to turn it off. It's our house, it's like the business is everywhere all the time, you know? And we also work closely with my dad in a section of our portfolio. Even like family dinners with them sometimes, it's hard to not get sucked into shop talk.
All right, on to the next question.
Jane writes, can you do a video on how insurance changes with direct booking and how you suggest clients structure insurance generally? All things insurance would be helpful.
We think insurance is really important. We've actually done a couple videos in the past that we'll link in the description below. They go into a good amount of detail about vacation rental insurance, but the general gist here is that we do not count on Airbnb's air cover policy as a replacement for homeowners insurance,
regardless of what booking platform you are listing on. We have robust insurance policies on all of the properties that we own personally, and we also have strict guidelines on what type and coverage our clients should have for their properties that we manage as well.
These policies would cover damage from a short-term renter, and they do have large liability coverage limits. That being said, we've never had to make an insurance claim in more than 5,000 guest stays. You can expect that there's going to be small damages that happen at your house from time to time, but if you do a good job about screening guests prior to booking and asking questions about their stay, chances of a full house being trashed are pretty low.
There are third-party damage protection policies that you can purchase on a per stay basis. We feel pretty comfortable with the security deposit that we collect when we do direct bookings. And one thing to keep in mind here, just because air cover says that they're gonna, help replace whatever damage item your guest might break, they don't always do that, or sometimes it takes weeks or months sometimes to get reimbursement. So we actually feel more confident in holding that security deposit with direct bookings than we do in some of these Airbnb bookings.
Your insurance policies are covered.
All right, next question. Brian says, has anybody used Evolve STR management?
Brian, I think you were hoping for people to hop on and comment who actually had experience with Evolve, but nobody did. I'm sorry. So I'm going to bump your comment up here and open it up again. If you're watching this video and you do have direct experience with Evolve, go tell us about your experience in the comment section below for Brian.
We don't have any firsthand experience with Evolve or any other property manager for that matter, because we've always self-managed. But we have had several other clients come to us from Evolve and they've had bad experiences.
We've also had a client leave our management and go to Evolve because of their low commission rates, and then subsequently watch their reviews plummet and their calendars sit wide open for long stretches of time. You're often getting what you pay for with a property manager. Not always, some of them are overpriced and underperforming, but usually those super low commission ones are not doing a great job.
If you're looking for a property manager, our advice is to find a smaller local operator.
You can start by doing a Google search for the area where your rental's located, but you can also hop on Airbnb and do a little recon to try and figure out property management options. Look for someone who has multiple listings, all with great star ratings, but also has positive reviews that are specifically mentioning their hands-on management style.
Look for reviews that say the host is attentive, the house is well maintained, and it's super clean. All of these are signs of a good hands-on property manager.
And good communication. Once you find a couple of these, go back to Google, try and find their website, and then check that out, see if you like it, maybe give them a call.
If you'd like us to do a future video about how to find and hire a property manager, including, what red flags and things to look out for, leave us a comment below and we'll think about that.
And if you're looking for a property manager in the greater Palm Springs area, so that's Palm Springs all the way to Indio or Coachella, then you can head to our website, arrivals.com, and reach out to us there.
That's all for today, guys. Thanks again for all the great questions. We're always happy to answer the easy ones, like where we source mattresses from and things like that,
which you can find on our free sample inventory.
But it is nice to go a little deeper and talk strategy questions, which is something we get into in our consulting calls.
So keep those questions coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.